So on the third class today, we're gonna cover the marketing concept of upcyclist. When I started my business, the reason that I was possibly succeeding on upcycling concept was because I own my brand. I have the full control of where do I distribute these upcycled objects or upcycled product line. Originally, I designed the whole line of upcycling wasn't because these have a potential market. Those was a solution to my collaborators or my my brand agents. The initial idea was one of my agents came to me saying, hey, we're really interested in your design collection and your brand. We would like to open up your brand shop, but we might need to wait for another year because we have lots of inventories from the wholesale business we had. Obviously, we couldn't wait for that. We would like to have speeding up expansions of our market. We want to have all the sales point from the northern China to southern China, to from the eastern China to western China. But we cannot find, we're not even possible to find a lot of agents who are willing to work with us. And this one was the best opportunity for us, but we couldn't wait for another year. So me and my partner, we come up with this idea. We went to, especially went to Guangzhou to visit our partner. We talked with them. We say, hey, we couldn't wait that long, and we have this idea. Why don't you just give us your whole inventories, all of them, to us, and immediately convert the shop to our branded shop in Guangzhou, and we're gonna supply all these products to have this whole display for the stores. We even designed the store for the VI for them to get their renovations. And we say, don't worry about it, just give us back your products. We can deal with it, and then we're gonna send it back to you and sell them under our label, so you can price it as our brand price level, so you can also gain more money as well. Back then, we're doing offline business first of all, so most of our products are distributed into the conceptual stores or shopping malls. And secondly, which is no good point, I don't encourage anybody doing it right now, is we're based on consignment business. By means of our partners doesn't have any pressures on the sales targets, because all subjects without if they eventually cannot sell, they just simply return it to us. But back then we are possibly asked for kind of a deposit to help us to establish our manufacturing industry, because we have to pay the full materials from the supply chain. But anyways, so if we can take their objects back and then getting them back after redesign and sold in our price level, which is advance the method to our counterparts, as well as because they have the full confidence to getting the kind of customer which we have, and they are willing to try, because they knew the object they purchased from the market are only worth maybe 15 or 70 kwai, and they could only possibly sell them as 100 or 200 kwai. But our product line have the price level already as 700 to 1500 back then on 2007. So it's a great opportunity if they can bring this thing back and sold with that price range, which means they can gain more money after the consignment business, after taking off our commissions. They still get more money. I give you an example. Take one object as 700. The dividend between us and agents is we take 60% of the whole price and they take 40% of this price. The reason of that was because we prepaid all material costs and plus our labor costs and our cost of consumptions on designer side. Obviously, we are not fully charged the design concept on each of the subjects or objects, but still we have to take in consideration of the whole pricing process. But anyways, what if a garment was for 700 and when they took 40% of the 700, which means that they can get 280. But if they took a object from the market for 15 kwai or 50 kwai, they could only possibly sell them as 100 or 200 maximum. They cannot possibly sell them more than that price. And then deduct the purchasing cost of 50 kwai, they possibly only end up making 100 kwai. But to work with us, they can make 280 kwai on the same object they gave it to us. So that's a significant lifting up of the margin and the profitabilities. Then they were so much willing to try on this method. So in that way, we took all these inventories back to our design studio. We redesigned everything based on our brand story, our styles, and to satisfy our customers. Then we shipped them all back, and then they sold them, and they made more profits. And they're so happy about this. And we also see the potential, the opportunities on these kind of business development. So from then on, each of the season, we have a learn-of collection to develop a series of garments based on upcycling concept. But back then, we don't even have the word of upcycling yet. We have been consequently doing this for 10 years. And our studio and our brand and game reputation was also mainly based on our concept of upcycling. So that explains how could this whole upcycling concept being possibly become part of the marketing strategies and the strategies of distributions and developments. On this section, I will guide you through how to develop your upcycling collection and what is the possibilities with digital media and online platform settings.